Hello, good morning to everybody. I am Ashok Kumar, Assistant Professor in Civil Engineering Department. So this time I will going to take Municipal Wastewater Engineering under the code of 18 CB 55. What it means? What do you mean by Municipal Wastewater Engineer? So already all of you studied in the previous semesters regarding water supply and treatment engineering. So as per the standards, we are going to consume the water. So according to the different standards, almost all the standards says same concept and same meaning of the water should be used. And at the same time, according to the standards, there will be a wastewater will be generated by individual persons. Okay. So that wastewater should be collected and conveyed into a proper disposal or treatment process. That is nothing but overall picture of the municipal wastewater engineering. Municipal wastewater means whatever the wastewater we are generating throughout the day by the person, individual persons or community. That is nothing but wastewater that can be generated in individual households, that can be carried by the municipal sewer. Simply we can call it as municipal wastewater. What do you mean by engineering? So the wastewater should be containing lot of impurities. That is directly affects to the environment. Is it right? So that should be treated as per the standards. So that is the duty of the engineer. Is it right? So the overall concept or intention is to maintain a good environment, and it should not affect to the public health. Not only public health, not only human being, it should not affect the animal life, overall environment. Is it right? This is the main concept of this municipal wastewater engineering or treatment process. Okay, before going to deal with this subject, once we get back to the previous subject. So all of you knows, as per the standards, in our India, number of standards will be available. For example, BIS, WHO, ICMR, KSPCB, CPCB. What it means? So BIS, Bureau of Indian Standards. Before 1996, simply we call it as IS standards. So after 1996, we call it as Bureau of Indian Standards for drinking water quality. And WHO, World Health Organization. ICMR, Indian Council for Medical Research. What do you mean by KSPCB? Karnataka State Pollution Control Board. CPCB, Central Pollution Control Board. Almost all the standards says same quantity, same type of water should be consumed by the person. So the minimum requirement, these are all the standards mentioned, 135 LPCD. This is the daily demand of the person or individual person. That is 135 liters per day per capita. Is it right? This is not a standard value. I mean to say that is the minimum requirement of the person. It may be varies up to 360 LPCD because it depends on the where exactly we are living. Either it is class 3 city, either it is class 2 city, or either it is metropolitan cities. And also it shows the living standard, lifestyle. So based on that, it can be minimum 135 to it may vary up to 360 LPCD, liters per day per capita. The person should be consumed this much of the water every day. Is it right? But what type of water we have to consume? As per the standard says, it should be free from all types of germs and worms. Then only we can call it as potable water. Potable water or aesthetically pure water. And also what it means, aesthetically pure water or according to the standards what they say. So these are all the standards mentioned regarding either it may be physical characteristics or chemical characteristics or biological characteristics. Based on that three characteristics, number of parameters will be available. So whatever the parameters required for maintaining a good health, according to that we have to maintain the standards. Then only we can call it as potable water or aesthetically pure water, right? So according to the standards, we are consuming this much of minimum to maximum, this much of water will be consumed by the person. It depends on the life standard, where exactly the person is staying or living. Either it may be Mandya, either it may be Mysore, either it may be metropolitan cities like Bangalore, Calcutta, like this, Bombay. Are you clear or not? So whatever it may be, whatever the water will be, amount of water will be consumed by the person, according to the standards, what they say is 80% of the water, 80% of the water will be generated as a wastewater. Clear? So what do you mean by 80% of the wastewater? It consisting of, or it is from the source of bathing, cooking, washing, each and everything will be comes under this 80% of the wastewater. The 80% according to the whatever the amount of we are consuming, either it may be minimum requirement or maximum requirement. In between, sometimes it depends on the lifestyle. The person can be used 220 or sometimes 260 LPCD. So this is the volume of water we are consuming, consumed by the individual person, and at the same time the person can generate 80% of the wastewater. Remaining 20% it is only consisting of consumption, drinking purpose and wastage of water. Some percent will be infiltration and some percentage of water will be exfiltration. Is it right? So overall picture is 80% of the water will be wasted. Whatever the amount of water we are consumed by the person or me or something else. This is the standard of wastewater will be generated by the person and also our community or something else. This wastewater, this volume of wastewater will be generated in individual residential area or individual households or community wise, right? Same wastewater will be collected or send it to the municipal sewer or open drains or underground conduits. Is it right? This wastewater will be collected and carrying and safely disposed to the end or disposal point or simply what we call it as treatment unit. Is it right? This is the natural source of the waste water. This whole wastewater will be collected by the municipal sewers. That's why we call it as municipal waste water. Next duty is engineer duty. He has to maintain in good way. Otherwise, it can be polluted day by day. Automatically, it creates nuisance. That nuisance will be directly affects on the environment. Affects on the environment it may be on public health, it may be on animal life, it may be on plant life, like this. Without plant, we can't survive. That thing all of you know. Because whatever the thing we are breathing, that is gift from the plants. That oxygen will be given to us. After consuming oxygen, immediately we are releasing carbon dioxide. That is the carbon dioxide is utilized by the plants. This is the biological metabolism. Then only we can safely consume the oxygen. It is not available in the shop or stores. It is naturally available. So this is the one step. Next comes to whatever the wastewater we are collected by the municipal wastewater, that is next we can go for the next step. So before going to study anything under this wastewater or simply municipal wastewater, some notations should be known. What are all that notations? So I will list out one by one. Refuse, sewage, raw, night soil, sanitary sewage, sewer, sewerage, dilute sewer, dilute sewage, fresh sewage, industrial sewage, and raw sewage. So these are all the notations regularly, normally we are used overall this municipal wastewater treatment engineering or simply engineering. So these are all the notations every day in every class we are going to use. In all the times we are not reflecting all those things. Simply we can say sewage or refuse, raw, night soil like this. So whatever it may be, what do you mean by refuse? That is nothing but unwanted, worthless material. Unwanted things are worthless material is refuse. It may be in the form of solid or it may be in the form of liquid. So this refuse can be divided into two groups. One is dry refuse, another one is wet refuse. What do you mean by dry refuse? Dry refuse every day in every households all are generating. It may be consisting of paper, plastics, whatever the unwanted things are, waste materials generating in individual households. That is nothing but dry refuse. Dry refuse. What do you mean by wet refuse? Wet refuse nothing but whatever the waste, liquid waste we are generating in individual households or community, that is nothing but wet refuse. Nothing but foul gases discharged from kitchens, bathrooms, latrines like this. That is nothing but wet refuse. Are you clear or not? Next, what do you mean by sewage? Sewage, the term sewage is used to indicate whatever the waste water coming from the kitchen or bathrooms. That is nothing but sewage. What do you mean by raw? The term raw can be used for not only wastewater, even in the water also. So, for the consumption purpose, water we are getting from in two ways. One is surface water, another one is underground water. When compared with surface water, underground water is safest because it will not contaminate it much. The surface water, it is exposed to atmosphere. Due to the meteorological factors, it may be wind blowing, wind speed, wind direction, like this, or natural phenomena, some percentage it may be contaminated. In such a way, before going to consumption, we have to treat it up to the whatever the standards already I mentioned in the previous class, previous. As per the standards, we have to treat it in proper way. Either it may be preliminary treatment or primary treatment, or physical treatment or chemical treatment by the chemical treatment process. So, before going to treat the water, where exactly we are extracting for our consumption, either it may be underground water or surface water, simply we call it as, before the treatment, we call it as simply raw water. Same way, even in this wastewater also. Whatever the wastewater we are collecting from individual households or commercial waste, commercial liquid waste or industrial waste, all the waste should be simply we are collecting and simply we are transporting and safely disposed to some other end. That is nothing but treatment plant or treatment process. So, before going to treat such a type of wastewater or contaminated wastewater, simply we can use this word raw wastewater. I mean to say, before treatment, we call it as, we have to use this raw. Clear? Next, what do you mean by night soil? The term night soil is used to indicate whatever the human excreta or animal excreta, that is, simply we can use it as night soil. Are you clear? Next, what do you mean by sanitary sewage? Sewage is nothing but wastewater. Right? Sanitary sewage means whatever the wastewater we are getting from the individual households or community. It may be from the latrines, it may be from the kitchen, it may be from the bathrooms. That is simply we call it as sanitary. Right? The word or term sewage is common to use. So, for sanitary, for industrial wastewater or some other wastewater or some fresh wastewater, we are going to use the term sewage. Sanitary means we are getting or we are generating the waste from kitchen or bathrooms or latrines. What do you mean by sewer? Whatever the wastewater we are going to collect from, either it's from the individual households or residential area or community or any type of industrial waste or liquid waste, should be collected and conveyed to a treatment plant. That is nothing but sewer, nothing but conduit. Is it right? That is nothing but sewer. Simply we call it as sewer, or simply we can call it as conduit. Next, what do you mean by sewerage? What do you mean by sewerage? This is nothing but the entire science of collecting, conveying and safely disposing. That is nothing but sewerage. Whatever the wastewater we are collecting from sanitary or industrial or something else or residential or community, anything you take, wastewater, the entire science of process, collecting, conveying and safely disposing to one end. That is nothing but treatment process or treatment plant. That is nothing but sewerage. Are you clear or not? Next, what do you mean by dilute sewage? So, whatever the wastewater we are collecting from individual community or individual households or any industry or commercial restaurants, anything you take, that concentration we can't analyze. Either it may be strongly concentrated or leanly concentrated. Simply we are collecting from the source. Such a type of wastewater should be mixed with natural waters. The concentration will be goes on elaborating. That is nothing but dilute sewage. So, all of those who are having already, I think all are completed the chemistry lab, because in chemistry lab, whatever the wastewater analysis in that, regarding DO concentration or BOD, COD experiment. Already all of you knows how to conduct the BOD, COD experiment. In that, sometimes it is very difficult to conduct the BOD and COD because it depends on the concentration of wastewater. In that situation, we are going to use one word, that is what it is, dilution factor. Dilution factor means, so varying of concentration, 10%, 20%, 30%, 50%, 70%, like this. That is nothing but dilution factor. So this is nothing but whatever the waste we are getting, that can be mixed with the water. That is nothing but dilute sewage. What do you mean by fresh sewage? Whatever the wastewater we are generating in individual households freshly, immediately, that is nothing but fresh sewage within 2 hours. At the moment, whatever the wastewater we are generating, at the moment, so within 2 hours, that is nothing but fresh wastewater. It crosses 2 hours, that is not fresh wastewater. It starts to decomposing, or it starts to create a nuisance. It depends on the bacterial concentration. Whatever the different types of bacteria are available in the fresh water, it depends on, it starts to create a nuisance. Okay. Next, what do you mean by industrial sewage? So industry, simply any type of industry we take, simply we call it as industrial wastewater. We are not bothered about characteristics of wastewater. For example, industry means it may be tannery industry, textile industry, food processing industry, steel industry, nuclear power industry, any cement industry, any different types of industries. So according to their manufacturing process and whatever the end product they are getting, according to that, they are going to use normally acidic acids, acidic in nature of wastewater will be generated. It depends on the whatever the product they are getting or whatever the end product they are getting. For example, very simple example, you take tannery industry or textile industry. So whatever the, for example, you take tannery industry. So in tannery industry, the end product is leather. Is it right? So different animal skins will be taken to make a pure leather. So whatever the hairs having the animals, so they have to remove each and every hair will be removed by the skin. It is not very easy process to remove all the skins. In each and every unit wise, they are using acids, right? Acid oriented chemicals. So from beginning to end, there will be a 10 to 15 units should be passed to get the pure leather. So initially the thickness of the animal skin will be more than 10 mm. So finally we have to reduce to 2 to 3 mm. And also at the same time we have to remove each and every hairs. The process will be lengthy, and in each and every process or each and every unit wise, they are going to use acids. So and at the same time, whatever the chemicals they are using in the process, they are generating same characteristics of wastewater. I mean to say finally, acidic in nature of the wastewater will be generated. Simply we call it as industrial wastewater. Different kinds of, different types of industries are there. And we are not expecting same characteristics of wastewater in food processing industry. Are you clear or not? So in all, even though food processing industry also they are using some acids. When compared with this textile or tannery industry, it is negligible quantity. It is negligible quantity. In that situation, simply we are saying industrial wastewater, not character-wise, characteristics-wise, we are not analyzed initially. But when we are going to collect the wastewater individually, they have to think the duty of this engineer. Whatever the type of treatment should be given to treat that industrial wastewater. Preliminary or primary treatment is common to all types of wastewater. But to maintain a standard according to the KSPCB or CPCB, Karnataka State Pollution Control Board or Central Pollution Control Board, they are making a chart. Whatever the wastewater generated by the individual residentials or community-wise or any different types of industries. They are not directly, whatever the wastewater they are generating, they are not able to dispose directly. Why? Because means it spoils the environment. They have to maintain up to certain standards. They have to follow according to the individual waste or individual industries, whatever the type of wastewater they are generating. So directly the engineer has to think to treat such type of wastewater, either it may be secondary treatment or it may be tertiary treatment. So nowadays in developed countries, they are to treat such type of wastewater, they are not using any chemicals. Naturally they are tried for treating the industrial wastewater, that is by biological methods. So for example, even in the last semester, number of times I mentioned very clearly regarding water treatment process. So very small plant, that is water hyacinth, it is naturally available, water hyacinth plant. You take very small 10 plants, 10 number of plants can multiple in ordinary environment up to 6,50,000 plants within the duration of 8 months. In ordinary environment, if it is in a wastewater treatment plant, we are using this same water hyacinth plant, it can multiple in faster rate because nutrients is available for the plant growing. What are all the nutrients in the wastewater for plant growing? Nitrogen and phosphorus, right? So even though you people are observing all those things, where exactly you are observing in wastewater pond or ditches, some plants will be growing on that wastewater body. It may be water hyacinth plants, it may be duckweeds, seaweeds like this. Some of the plants will be growing. Day by day, they are covered entire surface of the wastewater or water body. So automatically they are helps to remove COD and BOD. So one of our MTech student using this water hyacinth plant, he done one project using to treat the sugar industrial effluents. He is constructed very small tank, 1.5 foot by 5 foot length, 1.5 foot depth. He is tried for 6 months using industrial wastewater to treat this using of this water hyacinth plant. He succeed in removal of COD and BOD 89%, this is 86% within the duration of only 6 months. If we tried for constructing a large tank and use of this water hyacinth, we can definitely succeed up to more than 90% or 95%. In developed countries, they are having plenty of land. But when compared with chemical treatment process, this biological treatment process will be lengthy. It takes more time because we are not using any chemicals to treat such type of or any individual industrial wastewater or municipal wastewater. Even though within 2 or 3 days, definitely we can succeed to treat such a type of industrial wastewater or municipal wastewater. Where exactly we are going to use the chemicals? Immediately we can succeed within an hour, within 1 day or 2 days. It depends on the characteristics of wastewater. But it is directly affects on the animal life, plant life, human beings. Overall environment can be spoiled. To avoid that incidents in developed countries, they are stricken to use of biological treatment process. Only they are using plants, that's all. Simply they are constructing a tank filled with wastewater and put some plants. It may be treated, it may be succeed up to, it may be take 2 months or 3 months. It depends on the characteristics of the wastewater. Even though municipal wastewater can be treated easily, why? Because that is organic in nature. All municipal wastewater will be comes under organic in nature. Why? Organic in nature. Easily we can treatable. How can we say this is comes under organic in nature? Because we are getting more wastewater from the urinals, bathrooms, kitchens. Urinals majorly. So all industrial wastewater comes under inorganic in nature. Why? Because means in inorganic in nature means they are stick on to use of more acids. I mean to say COD is always more than BOD. BOD is less in inorganic in nature. In any municipality wastewater you take, BOD is always more, COD is always less. It is very easily treatable wastewater when compared with this industrial or inorganic in nature of wastewater. Are you clear or not? So, this is the major concept of this wastewater. And finally, raw industrial wastewater. What do you mean by raw industrial wastewater? Already I mentioned very clearly why, where exactly, when exactly we are going to use this raw. Not only for industrial wastewater, not only for municipal wastewater, not only for some other wastewater. We are going to use this raw. The term raw is used to whatever the water we are getting for our consumption, either it may be underground source or surface source. Before going to treat any water or wastewater, we are going to use this, the term raw. Are you clear or not? Raw. Next, after knowing this concept of this wastewater, next I move on to first module. That in first module, what is the intention? What is the intention of the first module? I mean to say, already I mentioned very clearly, the overall subject of the concept is to maintain a good environment and it should not affect the human health or animal life or plant life. This is the main concept of this municipal wastewater. Under the first, so before going to first, another one, 2 bits. One is what do you mean by dry weather flow? and wet weather flow. What it means? So these are all the 2 points will comes under collecting of this wastewater. Either it may be municipal or industrial, whatever it may be. So dry weather flow means flow, the term flow all of you knows, moving of water or wastewater. What do you mean by dry weather flow? The name itself indicates dry season. In the dry season of the year, the wastewater will be flowing. How to collect this? How to collect this? So this can be collected in different manners. So whatever the solid, different types of solid materials, we have to collect it separately. We have to collect it separately, we have to dispose separately, because there will be one concept, flammable, inflammable. There will be 2 concepts, you have to keep it in mind while collecting the unwanted things or useless materials. Okay, in dry season, for example, garbage, paper, plastic, that can be collected separately, and the flow can be, the remaining wastewater will be flowing in dry season. So what do you mean by wet weather flow? The term wet indicates moisture content. So that is overall throughout the year. So where exactly throughout the year we can't expect this wet weather flow. Only in the rainy season we may expect this wet weather flow. Even this wet weather flow also, we have to collect the wastewater, either it may be separately or singly. I mean to say, whatever the rain in the rainy season, storm water, simply we call it as storm water. Storm water also to allow in the same municipal sewer, or it is collected separately. Normally the storm water can be collected through the municipal sewers. Right. So, okay, up to this level I will going to stop. Even in the next class, I will going to start how to collect the wastewater, how to convey the wastewater, and how to dispose to the treatment unit. We can discuss even in the next class. Okay, thank you.